Did you know some of the most successful people in history were once repeatedly rejected? Imagine this. Walt Disney was fired for lacking imagination. J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter was turned down by 12 publishers. And Steven Spielberg was rejected from film school 3 times. It's almost unbelievable, isn't it? But here's the twist. Each no they encountered was actually a hidden step towards an incredible yes. Today, we're going to explore a world where rejection isn't a setback, but the beginning of something extraordinary. Whether you're dealing with career obstacles, personal goals, or creative projects, I want to share with you how each rejection is not a closed door, but a redirection to a path brimming with potential. We're going to uncover the secret power of no, transforming our biggest rejections into our most triumphant successes. If you've ever felt defeated by life's challenges, you're in the right place. Let's embark on this journey together and turn those setbacks into comebacks. Before we dive in, do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video. It's easier than saying no to a free coffee. And stick around for the whole ride, no skipping. I promise it'll be more entertaining than watching paint dry. 1. Ignore them too. Let's talk about the art of ignoring those who ignore you. It sounds like a playground tactic, but hear me out. It's actually deeply rooted in Stoicism. Now, Stoicism isn't about being emotionless. It's about being in control of your emotions. So when life gives you the cold shoulder, instead of feeling down, you rise above it. Picture Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, calmly facing his adversaries. He wouldn't waste a second on those who didn't value his time. Ignoring isn't about being petty. It's a powerful statement about your self-worth. Think about it. Someone decides you're not worth their time. Fine. That's their loss, not yours. By choosing not to engage, you're essentially holding up a mirror to their behavior, showing them that you're unaffected, strong in your own right. Now, how do you practice this Stoic art without turning bitter? Simple. Redirect your focus. Dive into activities that enrich you, whether it's reading, sports, learning something new, or just enjoying the company of those who do value you. It's not about revenge, it's about reclaiming your energy and investing it where it matters. In the Stoic philosophy, there's a big emphasis on focusing on what we can control. And guess what? You can control where you direct your attention. Sometimes it stings when someone ignores us, but instead of dwelling on that pain, we use it as a catalyst for growth. Build your fortress of self-respect and let their indifference bounce right off it. 2. Don't react emotionally. Next up, let's dive into the Stoic approach to handling rejection. Don't react emotionally. Now I know what you're thinking. Easier said than done, right? Absolutely, but this is where the timeless wisdom of Stoicism shines through. Remember, Stoicism isn't about suppressing your emotions. It's about not letting them control you. It's like being the captain of your ship in a stormy sea. When someone brushes you off, it's super tempting to let frustration or sadness take over. But think about the Stoics, like Seneca or Marcus Aurelius. They would advise us to take a composed, thoughtful approach. Ask yourself, why is this bothering me so much? Often, it's not the rejection itself that hurts. It's our own insecurities getting poked. Here's a practical tip. If you feel ignored, take a deep breath. Reflect on why this moment isn't defining your worth. It's just that, a moment. Stoicism teaches us to focus on our actions and responses, not on others' behavior. So stay polite, stay kind. If you feel like reaching out, do it with genuine concern, not with the expectation of changing their mind. This approach isn't about being passive. It's about being master of your emotions. It's realizing that your self-worth isn't tied to someone else's approval. And that's a game changer, my friends. Adopting this mindset might not be easy, but it's incredibly transformative. When you master calmness in the face of rejection, you're not just handling a tough situation, you're growing. You're learning that your inner peace doesn't depend on external validation. And let me tell you, this kind of strength and resilience is not just admirable, it's also incredibly attractive. People are drawn to those who are self-assured, those who don't crumble at the first sign of indifference. So, by staying calm, you're not just coping, you're thriving. You're becoming someone who can face rejection and turn it into a stepping stone for personal growth. That's the Stoic way. 3. Remove them from your mind. Now let's tackle one of the most challenging yet liberating things you can do. Removing those who ignore you from your mind. I know it sounds tough, but let's break it down with a dash of Stoic wisdom. The Stoics were all about focusing on what's in our control, and guess what? Your thoughts are your kingdom. When you face rejection, it's like getting an unwanted guest in your mind. The key: don't let them set up camp. Acknowledge the rejection, sure, but don't let it take over your thoughts. It's like what Marcus Aurelius said: you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Powerful, right? Start by consciously shifting your focus. Channel that energy into something transformative. Dive into a new book that challenges your thinking, pick up a sport that tests your limits, or get involved in a community project. These aren't just distractions, they're stepping stones to a more resilient you. Each new experience carves out a part of you, making you stronger, more adaptable. Also, build a circle of positivity around you. Surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you. In their company, share your aspirations and listen to theirs. This kind of interaction creates an environment where mutual growth thrives. Remember, rejection is not a reflection of your worth. It's an invitation to rediscover and reinvent yourself. 4. Demonstrate your value. This is where we channel our inner Stoic and turn a seemingly negative situation into a showcase of our true potential. Stoicism teaches us about resilience, about facing adversity with a calm mind and a focused spirit. Think about it this way: when you're overlooked or rejected, it's like life is challenging you to a duel of sorts. The best way to respond? Not with anger or bitterness, but by shining brighter, by being so undeniably good at what you do that your value becomes impossible to ignore. Let's say you're passed over for a promotion, or your ideas aren't taken seriously in a meeting. Instead of getting lost in a whirlpool of self-pity, channel that energy into constructive action. Work on a project that highlights your unique skills, or volunteer for a new initiative. Show your passion, your creativity, your dedication. Your value isn't defined by one rejection or someone else's oversight. It's an opportunity to rise above and shine. Remember how the Stoics focused on actions over words? That's exactly what you're doing here. Demonstrating your value is about actions, not complaints or grievances. It's about showing, not telling. Now, this isn't about seeking validation from those who've rejected you. It's about recognizing your own worth and letting it speak for itself. As you continue to grow and excel, you're not just proving your value to others, you're reaffirming it to yourself. And sometimes the universe works in mysterious ways. You might find that being passed over for one opportunity leads you to something even better, something more aligned with your talents and passions. 5. Cut off contact. Let's talk about something a bit tough, but incredibly powerful: cutting off contact with those who've rejected you. Now, This might sound a bit harsh at first, but in the Stoic world, it's all about protecting your inner peace and focusing on what truly matters. Stoicism teaches us the importance of emotional self-reliance, of not allowing our happiness to depend on others. When you're ignored or rejected, our natural instinct might be to reach out, to try and fix things. But here's a Stoic twist. Sometimes the best action is inaction. Choosing not to react, not to reach out, is a form of self-respect. It's about taking a step back and asking yourself, is my peace of mind worth more than this? This decision to cut off contact isn't about being bitter or resentful. It's about realizing that your energy and time are precious. You don't need to chase after someone who doesn't see your worth. Instead, use that time and energy on yourself. Dive into personal projects, nurture other relationships that bring you joy and fulfillment, and invest in activities that help you grow. It's also about giving yourself space to heal and gain perspective. In Stoicism, there's a strong emphasis on introspection and personal development. By cutting off contact, you're giving yourself the room to reflect, to understand your emotions, and to come back stronger. Remember, this isn't a permanent goodbye. It's more of a, I need to focus on myself right now. It's a statement that you value yourself too much to engage in one-sided relationships. Cutting off contact is a powerful act of self-care. It's a declaration that you are your own priority. It's not about them, it's about you and your peace of mind. By doing this, you're not just moving past a person, you're moving towards a better version of yourself. It's a Stoic approach to handling rejection, one that empowers you to focus on what's truly important, your own growth and happiness. 6. Prove them wrong. Now, let's get into something really energizing, proving them wrong. But here's the twist. It's not just about proving others wrong, it's primarily about proving to yourself what you're capable of. This is where our Stoic mindset comes into play, transforming every no into fuel for our growth. Stoicism teaches us about the power of perception and the importance of focusing on our own actions. So, when someone doubts your abilities, think of it as an opportunity to push your limits, not to show them up, but to surpass your own expectations. It's about turning their doubt into your motivation. Imagine you're deemed unfit for a certain task, or someone thinks you can't handle a challenge. Here's your chance to dive deep, to learn, practice, and come back with skills so sharp they can't help but take notice. But remember, this isn't about a grand reveal or a dramatic, "I told you so" moment. It's a quieter, more powerful journey of self-improvement. You see, in Stoicism, there's a lot of emphasis on internal validation over external applause. Your journey of proving them wrong is actually about proving to yourself that you're more resilient, capable, and adaptable than you ever imagined. So, go ahead and hone that skill, take on that project, embrace that challenge. Let your results do the talking. This approach isn't about spite, it's about personal excellence. And as you grow and improve, not only will you change the narrative about yourself in the eyes of others, but you'll also transform your own self-image. The greatest victory in proving them wrong is realizing that the most important validation comes from within. Your journey of self-improvement won't just surprise others. It will redefine your understanding of your own capabilities. And that, my friends, is what Stoicism is all about. Focusing on your own actions, your own growth, and finding strength from within. 7. Go out and have fun. Let's switch gears a bit and talk about something that might seem a bit unexpected in this context: going out and having fun. Yes, you heard that right. Even in Stoicism, there's room for joy and laughter, especially when dealing with rejection. It's not about ignoring your feelings, but giving them a healthier outlet. When we face rejection, our natural instinct might be to withdraw, to stew in our own thoughts. But here's a Stoic approach with a twist. Counter that instinct by actively seeking joy. Why? Because engaging in fun and uplifting activities isn't just a distraction, it's a strategic move to build resilience. Stoicism isn't about denying emotions, but managing them in a way that benefits us. So, go ahead and explore a new hobby, reconnect with an old passion, or just hang out with friends. These moments are not just about having fun, they're about affirming life. They remind us that we're more than our setbacks, that our happiness doesn't hinge on someone else's approval. Human beings are inherently social, and there's immense power in shared experiences. So, when you're feeling down, remember the value of your tribe. Go for a hike with friends, join a community art project, or simply share a meal and laughs. These connections uplift your spirit and remind you of your place in the wider world. And here's where the real magic happens, stepping into new experiences. Try a cuisine you've never tasted, visit a place you've never been, or join a workshop on something you know nothing about. Each of these experiences adds depth to your character, making you more adaptable, empathetic, and resilient. Remember, the goal isn't to forget the rejection, but to grow from it. Every new experience, every shared laugh, every moment of joy is a stepping stone towards a richer, more vibrant life. In true Stoic fashion, it's about using every aspect of life, including fun and social interactions, to build a stronger, more joyful you. 8. Build your social status. Moving forward, let's discuss something that might initially seem a bit out of the Stoic playbook: building your social status. But wait, it's not what you might think. We're not talking about chasing fame or becoming the next social media sensation. It's about something more profound and fulfilling, enhancing your role in your community and among your peers in a meaningful way, which is very much in line with Stoic philosophy. You see, Stoicism is about contributing positively to society and living a life that's in harmony with your values. When you're facing rejection, one of the most empowering things you can do is to focus on self-improvement and community involvement. This isn't about boosting your ego. It's about boosting your personal growth and making a positive impact. Engage in activities that not only bring you joy, but also add value to those around you. This could be anything from physical fitness, which improves your health and well-being, to exploring new hobbies that expand your horizons, or even advancing in your career in ways that allow you to contribute more effectively to your field. And as you share your journey, do it with the intent of finding connection, not applause. When you talk about your interests, your challenges, and your achievements, use them as a bridge to connect with like-minded individuals. This is about creating a network of support and inspiration, not just for yourself, but for others as well. Volunteering or participating in community events is another great way to build your social status in a Stoic sense. You're not just adding lines to your resume, you're building connections and contributing to something larger than yourself. This approach ties in beautifully with the Stoic belief in the interconnectedness of all people and the importance of living a life that benefits others. So, in building your social status, focus on actions and choices that reflect your true self, that help you grow, and that benefit those around you. It's about being a positive force in your community and shaping a life that you can be proud of, one that's rich in relationships, experiences, and contributions. This is how you build a social status that's not just about being seen, but about truly seeing and improving yourself and the world around you. 9. Act as if they don't exist. When someone decides to overlook or ignore you, it's easy to get caught up in trying to understand why or to seek their attention. But here's a Stoic twist. What if you simply chose not to acknowledge their indifference? It's not about being petty or cold, but about preserving your own peace of mind. You're essentially saying, your opinion or neglect doesn't define me. In practice, this means redirecting your attention and energy. In a social setting, for instance, instead of fixating on the person who's ignoring you, turn towards those who appreciate and value your company. Start conversations with them. Engage in meaningful interactions. It's about recognizing that your worth isn't tied to someone else's acknowledgement. Now, when there are unavoidable situations where you have to interact with the person who's ignoring you, maintain professionalism and courtesy. Keep the conversations brief and to the point. By doing so, you're not giving room for any unnecessary drama. It's a stance that says, I'm here for the important stuff, not for the play. This approach helps you stay focused on what truly matters, keeping you grounded and unshaken by others' indifference. Ultimately, if the disregard continues, embrace the power of walking away. This isn't defeat, it's a strategic retreat. It's about understanding that your time and energy are better invested elsewhere, in relationships and pursuits that bring you joy and growth. Acting as if they don't exist isn't a reflection of defeat. It's a testament to your strength and self-respect. It's about making a conscious choice to not engage in one-sided dynamics. By doing so, you're moving towards better opportunities, healthier interactions, and a more peaceful state of mind. This, my friends, is a Stoic approach to handling indifference. It's not about changing others, but about changing how you respond and where you choose to focus your energy. 10. Give them the silent treatment. Let's explore a classic response that's often misunderstood, giving someone the silent treatment. Now, in the realm of Stoicism, this isn't about being passive-aggressive or manipulative. Instead, it's about using silence as a powerful tool for self-reflection and emotional mastery, a concept deeply ingrained in Stoic philosophy. When someone ignores you and you respond with silence, it's not about playing a game. It's about taking a step back and focusing on yourself. Think of it as creating a space for introspection. This is your time to understand your feelings, sift through your thoughts, and find clarity. Stoicism encourages us to reflect on our virtues, our values, and how we want to engage with the world. It's a moment to ask ourselves, why does this bother me? What can I learn from this? How can I grow? This kind of silence is constructive, not destructive. It's a period where you reinforce your character and align your responses with your principles. It's about choosing not to engage in behaviors that are beneath you, like petty revenge or pettiness. Instead, it's embracing the Stoic call for temperance and self-control. Choosing silence is a conscious decision rooted in self-care and wisdom. It's deciding to avoid unnecessary drama and focus on your personal journey. When you choose not to respond, you're attentively listening to yourself. It's a practice in maintaining your composure, focusing on your personal growth, and embodying the Stoic ideal of serenity in the face of adversity. So, if you choose the path of silence, let it be a deliberate choice. Let it reflect your inner strength and your commitment to personal growth. Remember, it's not just about ignoring someone else. It's about paying attention to your own peace and progress. This approach ensures that you stay true to yourself, grounded in your character, and unswayed by the ups and downs of external circumstances. 11. Don't beg for attention. Let's chat about something we've all been tempted to do at some point: begging for attention. Now, from a Stoic perspective, This is a big no-no. Stoicism teaches us about the importance of self-reliance and finding contentment within ourselves, not in the validation of others. When someone ignores you, it's natural to want to pull out all the stops to get their attention. But here's a Stoic truth bomb for you. Your value doesn't depend on someone else noticing you. Instead of bending over backward to be seen, focus on anchoring yourself in your own self-worth and independence. Let's break it down. Stoicism isn't about being indifferent or cold. It's about understanding that your self-esteem shouldn't be a yo-yo, swung around by the whims of others' attention. It's about being firm in your self-regard and knowing that your worth isn't up for negotiation. So, instead of chasing after someone's approval or acknowledgement, pour that energy into things that fulfill you. Engage in your passions, connect with people who genuinely appreciate you, and cultivate a life that makes you proud. This isn't about isolation, it's about selective association. By focusing on what enriches your life, you naturally become more self-sufficient. You find joy and satisfaction in your own activities and achievements. This isn't a passive act, it's a vibrant, active embrace of your own life. It's about being so involved in your own growth and happiness that the need for external validation starts to fade into the background. The Stoic approach to dealing with rejection isn't just about coping, it's about transcending it by focusing on what truly matters, your own journey of growth and fulfillment, by turning rejection into an opportunity to strengthen your resolve and deepen your understanding of self-worth. You're not just surviving, you're thriving. 12. Be kind, but emotionally distant. This is where Stoicism really helps us. It's about engaging with the world in a positive way while protecting our inner tranquility. Stoicism isn't about being unfeeling, it's about not letting our feelings overpower our sense of peace and rationality. When faced with indifference or rejection, our instinct might be to respond with either a cold shoulder or an emotional outpouring. But there's a middle path, one that the Stoics excelled at, responding with kindness, yet maintaining a healthy emotional distance. Here's the thing, kindness is a strength, not a weakness. When someone ignores or rejects you, meet them with a smile, a polite greeting, or a kind word. But do this without the heavy burden of expectations. Offer your kindness freely, without attaching it to the hope of changing their behavior or winning their approval. Your kindness is a gift that you choose to give, not a currency to buy attention or affection. Maintaining emotional distance is not about being aloof. It's about self-preservation. It's drawing a line that protects your emotional well-being. It's recognizing that while you can control your actions, you can't control how others respond. This distance keeps you from getting emotionally entangled in situations that are detrimental to your peace of mind. By staying kind yet detached, you're saying, I choose not to let your indifference disrupt my balance. This approach doesn't just protect you, it empowers you. It's a conscious choice to not let someone else's actions dictate your emotional state. In the Stoic practice, this balance of kindness with emotional detachment is a powerful embodiment of wisdom. It allows you to interact with grace and maintain your integrity. It's a demonstration of respect for yourself and for others. Navigating life's rejections with this balance ensures that you move through challenges, not with bitterness or hurt, but with an unshakable sense of inner tranquility and dignity. 13. Don't reveal your struggle. Lastly, let's talk about a subtle yet powerful Stoic principle, not revealing your struggle. Now, this isn't about pretending everything's fine when it's not. It's about internal resilience, a cornerstone of Stoicism. It's about showing that you're unaffected on the surface, even when you're paddling hard under the water. In the face of rejection or indifference, The temptation to show how much it affects us can be overwhelming. But here's a Stoic approach. Maintain your composure. This doesn't mean you deny or suppress your emotions. Instead, you acknowledge them internally, but choose not to let them take the driver's seat in your external reactions. Why is this important? Well, displaying that you're unaffected isn't just for others to see. It's a testament to your own strength. Continue with your life, your work, your passions with the same vigor and determination as always. This isn't a performance, it's a demonstration of your fortitude. In Stoicism, there's a big emphasis on controlling what you can, and your actions, your responses, your demeanor, these are in your hands. When you continue your life with confidence and poise, you're not just showing others your resilience, you're constantly reminding yourself of it. This approach is about managing your emotions in a way that maintains your dignity and self-respect. It's about being grounded in your own character and not swayed by external circumstances. In essence, by not revealing your struggle, you're embracing the Stoic philosophy of emotional resilience. It's not about hiding your emotions, it's about handling them with grace and strength. It's a demonstration of wisdom and integrity, showing that you are firmly rooted in your own self-worth. Your response to rejection or indifference isn't just a message to the world, it's a reflection of your own stability and strength. So, the next time you face a tough situation, remember this Stoic principle. It's okay to have a struggle, but how you carry it, with grace and resilience, that's what truly defines you. And there you have it, my friends. We've journeyed together through the twists and turns of handling rejection, not just as a hurdle, but as a stepping stone to greater things. Remember, every no you face, every door that closes, is not the universe conspiring against you. It's actually nudging you towards paths you never considered, towards opportunities that are meant for you. Like the Stoics believed, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. So, the next time life throws a curveball your way, take a deep breath, remember what we discussed, and stride forward with your head held high. Your journey is unique, and every experience, especially the tough ones, are shaping you into a stronger, wiser person. And hey, if you're hungry for more insights and want to keep this momentum going, check out this playlist right here on your screen. It's packed with more empowering content just like this. Click on it, and let's continue our journey towards growth and resilience together. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who might need to hear this today. Stay strong, embrace your journey, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep thriving, keep growing, and remember, you're capable of turning every challenge into your greatest victory.